A lot of people get excited when their TikTok shop videos start getting views, 1,000 views, 5,000 views, even 10,000 views, and they think this is it, sales must be coming. But then they check their dashboard and nothing. No commissions, no orders, no momentum. And that is where most beginners get confused, because they assume views automatically mean money. But on TikTok shop, that is not how it works. Views can help. Views can build awareness. Views can give you data. But views alone do not pay you. Sales do. And if your videos are getting watched, but nobody is buying, there is always a reason. Usually it comes down to a few simple mistakes. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why your TikTok shop videos get views, but no sales. And more importantly, what to fix. Because once you understand this, your videos can start working like actual sales content instead of just entertainment. Let's get into it. The first reason your TikTok shop videos get views but no sales is because your video is attracting the wrong type of viewer. This is one of the biggest mistakes beginners make. They create a video that is interesting, maybe funny, maybe weird, maybe satisfying to watch. And yes, that can bring in views. But if the people watching are not potential buyers, those views mean very little. For example, you might post a product video in a way that makes people stop scrolling because it looks unusual. But if they are only watching out of curiosity and not because they actually want the product, they are very unlikely to click and buy. This is where beginners confuse attention with buying intent. Attention is not enough. You need the right kind of attention. You want viewers who see the product and immediately think, I need that. That solves a problem. That would help me. That is useful. That looks worth buying. If your video gets views from the wrong audience, TikTok may still push it, but it will not convert well. So the fix is this. Stop making videos purely to get views. Start making videos to attract buyers. That means showing the product in a way that connects to a real problem, a real use case, or a real outcome. Because buyers do not just want to be entertained, they want a reason to act. The second reason you get views but no sales is because your hook is strong, but the rest of the video is weak. This happens all the time. Someone creates a great opening. Maybe it says, I wish I found this sooner. This product is going viral for a reason. You need to see this. TikTok made me buy this. This solves a problem I hate. And that hook gets people to stop, but then the video loses momentum. The middle part drags. The product is not explained properly. There is no clear demonstration. There is no payoff. So people watch for a few seconds, then mentally check out. And when that happens, you may still get views, but not sales. Not when they are just vaguely curious. A good TikTok shop video needs more than a hook. It needs a structure. The best converting videos usually do this. They hook attention fast, show the problem, show the product solving that problem, make the benefit obvious, and then give the viewer a reason to click. Simple. If your video starts strong but never clearly shows why the product matters, you are losing buyers. The third reason is that you are showing the product but not showing the result. This is massive. A lot of beginners talk about products. They hold the product, point at the product, mention the product, put text on screen about the product, but they never actually show the transformation. And that is a problem, because people do not buy products. They buy outcomes. They buy cleaner kitchens, better storage, faster routines, less stress, better sleep, less mess, more convenience, more comfort. Product is only interesting because of what it does. So if your video just shows the item without showing the result, the viewer has to do too much thinking. And on TikTok, people do not want to think too hard. They want to instantly see why something matters. That is why demonstration content works so well. When people can see before and after, problem and solution, mess and clean, slow and fast, annoying and easy, the value becomes obvious. And obvious value sells. So if your videos are getting views but no sales, ask yourself, am I just showing the product, or am I showing what changes because of the product? That one shift can make a huge difference. The fourth reason is that your product may not be a strong impulse buy. Now this is important because sometimes the video is not the real issue. Sometimes the product itself is the weak link. TikTok Shop works best when the product is easy to understand, visually demonstrable, and gives people an immediate reason to buy. If the item is boring, too expensive, too confusing, or not emotionally exciting, it becomes much harder to convert, even with decent views. That is why some products get loads of engagement but still do not sell well. People may think, that is cool, that is interesting, that is clever, but they do not feel enough urgency to buy. The best TikTok Shop products usually have at least one of these qualities. They solve an obvious problem. They save time. They make life easier. They create a satisfying visual effect. They feel like a great deal. Or they trigger that classic impulse thought, I want that. So if you are consistently getting views but not sales, take a step back and look at the product honestly. Is this something people really want? Or is it just something people are willing to watch for a few seconds? Those are not the same thing. The fifth reason is that there is no trust in the video. This matters more than most beginners realize. People do not buy just because they see a product. They buy because they believe it is worth it. And if your video feels too generic, too fake, too scripted, or too much like an obvious ad, people hesitate, even if they keep watching. Trust can be built in very simple ways. Showing the product naturally, using believable language, pointing out something specific, showing how it works in real use, mentioning what surprised you, or highlighting a real benefit instead of making wild claims. The more natural your content feels, the better. That is why some low-budget videos outperform polished ones. They feel real, and real sells, especially on TikTok. If your video looks like a forced advertisement, people scroll or they watch without buying. If it feels like a genuine recommendation, conversions go up. The sixth reason is that your call to action is weak or missing completely. A lot of people assume the product link is enough. It is not. Sometimes viewers need a little push. Not aggressive, not over the top, just clear. You need to guide the next step. That could be something simple like, check the link below, it should still be in the shop. Tap the product if you want to see it. Have a look before it sells out. It is linked right here. Small prompts like that matter, because if you never tell people what to do next, many of them will do nothing, even if they are interested. People need direction, and the easier you make the next step feel, the better your chance of getting the click. The seventh reason is that you are making videos for the algorithm, not for the customer. This is another trap beginners fall into. They think only about retention, watch time, looping, hooks, patterns, editing tricks. And yes, those things matter. But if you focus so much on performance tricks that you forget the customer, the video can still fail commercially. Because the algorithm can help you get seen, but it cannot force someone to buy. The customer still needs a reason. That means every video should answer this question: why would someone actually want this? Not just, why would they watch this? That mindset shift is huge, because once you start thinking like a marketer instead of just a content creator, your videos improve fast. Now let's talk about what a better approach looks like. If you want sales, your TikTok shop video should be built around simple conversion logic. Start with a strong hook that calls out either a problem, a curiosity gap, or a desired result. Then very quickly show the product in action. Make the benefit easy to understand, keep the message simple. Do not overload the video with too much talking, too much text, or too many ideas. One video, one angle, one reason to buy. That is usually enough. For example, instead of trying to explain 10 features, just focus on one strong outcome. Instead of making the video feel broad, make it specific. Instead of saying, this is a great kitchen product, say, this saves me so much time cleaning up after cooking. That is more believable, more relatable, and more effective. Another powerful move is testing different angles with the same product, because sometimes the product is fine, but the angle is wrong. One video might focus on convenience. Another might focus on saving time. Another might focus on a frustrating problem. Another might focus on how satisfying it is to use. Same product, different angle. And one of those angles may convert much better than the others. This is why you should not judge a product from one video alone. Test different hooks, different openings, different use cases. Let the market show you what works. And finally, understand this. A video getting views is not a failure. It is feedback. It is showing you that something in the content is interesting. Now your job is to close the gap between interest and action. That means improving buyer intent, improving clarity, improving trust, improving demonstration, and improving your call to action. Once you do that, sales become far more likely. So if your TikTok shop videos are getting views but no sales, do not just keep posting blindly. Look at the video more strategically. Are you attracting buyers or random viewers? Are you showing the result or just the product? Are you making people curious or making them want it? Because those are two very different things. And when you fix that, everything changes. If you want to succeed with TikTok Shop, you need to stop chasing vanity metrics and start building videos that actually convert. Because at the end of the day, views look nice, but sales are what matter. If you want to keep learning how to make money with TikTok Shop, pick better products, and create videos that actually convert, make sure you subscribe.